There will be a game where City have a poor match and Liverpool beat them 2-1 and it will be a close, exciting game. But because Messi didn't score 3, everyone will be like, oh, no, he couldn't cut it. So that and more coming up as myself and Angelina are here yet again for another Q&A. I wonder if we're going to talk about Messi today.
No, surely not.
I wonder if anyone in the community's had left a Messi question. We will start straight off because Victor Zamarski has said, will Messi succeed at Man City? And where will he fit in?
Okay, so with the whole where is he fitted in, this right wing is pretty busy.
Yeah, very.
I mean, we've got the Ferran Torres signing. I know that I think he has played on the left sometimes as well. But obviously that is also occupied by a very good player. So he's only 20, so I guess maybe he's not the type of player that would be starting every game in that position. Obviously you've got Bernardo Silva, Riyad Mahrez also playing in midfield as well. But so you have to think, would he maybe be serving more behind Aguero? That's the route I'm going down. More in that number 10 role, a little bit more midfield, help, working alongside De Bruyne and stuff, which would be amazing to see. Will he succeed at Manchester City? I wouldn't have any concerns. I mean, City is almost like the English Barcelona in some ways, and maybe a bit of salty Manchester United shade, but they've not really got a solid history and identity, shall we say. So it's like they've just taken all the good bits of Barcelona and just put them in Manchester, because I mean a lot of former Barca execs are there. I think the director of football used to work at Barcelona. Obviously you've got Guardiola, so I think it would be a very comfortable move for him.
I think that's the thing.
Home from home.
Exactly, it would be very comfortable. He'd fit in with the style of play. I agree. I think in that David Silva role and behind the strikers, he'd have the wingers. The wingers will be two of Torres, Sterling, Mahrez and Bernardo Silva. Of course, Phil Foden will play as well. I'm hoping he'll get the chances to play. But yeah, I'm sure Messi will fit in that number 10 role pretty well. It also gives them another option instead of Aguero and Jesus for Messi to play false 9. And I think, in midfield, De Bruyne, Rodrigo, Gundogan. It makes the most sense out of anything, and it is scary to think. And so many people will want him to do badly because they're just jealous because he's a ridiculous footballer, and the haters that City have got. And what's so funny is typical English media will jump on everything he does wrong. Yes. Like Messi is one of the greatest of all time. They will
try and make him look as bad as they possibly can. Like, is he really all that? He's only good in La Liga. He's terrible in the Premier League. He's not going to survive.
He'll score 2 and then miss a chance, and people say, "Yeah, he can't cut it."
Yeah, too old. Yeah.
Or there will be a game where City have a poor match and Liverpool beat them 2-1, and it will be a close, exciting game. But because Messi didn't score 3, everyone will be like, "Oh, no, he couldn't cut it. No, he couldn't beat Liverpool."
They're never going to be able to catch up to Liverpool, even with Messi. It's you can imagine it, but I mean, I think everyone's just waiting for, if he does join Manchester City, their team need to be on it with how they announce it. I am wanting like a Guardiola Messi photo shoot. I am wanting like some dramatic film music being played in the background as they run into each other's arms.
I want it when you have like a pregnancy shoot and like Guardiola's like holding Messi from behind. Black and white photos with a football in front.
I've actually seen some photographs of, I think, when they won the Champions League, and Guardiola's got his arms around Messi like this, and they're like both smiling.
This is what I want. I want
this content.
Full on like the kind of photo album that you've got on the dinner table when you show your auntie when he comes round. Be like, look what I did. Look what I put together.
But yeah, very, very exciting. The next question here is from Johnny Nick, who says, Who should Bayern sign as a replacement for Thiago if he leaves? My pick would be Hussein I'm sorry, I'm going to say this wrong. Our. There we go.
I think it's our. I saw a tweet the other day. I don't think Bayern will sign a replacement. I think they would only let Thiago go if they had a strategy in mind, and I think they do with the surgence of Leon Goretzka. And with Kimmich in there normally when Pavard's fit at right back, yeah, I think Kimmich and Goretzka are the central midfielders moving forward. I think they're integrating Cuisance. I think that's how you say his name, Michael Cuisance, the young French midfielder. I believe he's French, might be German. The young midfielder into the squad as well. He was getting more minutes towards the back end of the Bundesliga season. I really think there is no pressure for them to sign a direct replacement, considering some of the versatility they have in the squad and some of the players they've got. Javi Martinez is leaving the club too. It looks like, certainly. I think they will sign another player, but I don't think they're, going to be so pressed to go out and find a direct replacement for Thiago in the starting 11 straight away. And
I think they would have, because it's been no shock that he's leaving. I think that they would have already had something in place. This has been known to everybody for quite a few months. So they'll already, it's not like it's some shock of, we've got to scramble and find someone. They're prepared. I'm sure
Bayern are prepared as well with the young players in their team. But the others that are going to come through, they could sign someone new. I mean, Toliso's still there as well. Everyone thought Conte and Toliso was leaving. He came on towards the end of the Champions League final. He's still there as well. I think let's talk about transfers. If they were to sign someone to directly replace Thiago, I think Aouar's very, very good on the ball, has all the technical ability of Thiago. When it comes to being a deep-lying playmaker and a passer, Thiago is one of the best. It'd be difficult to replace. I think Aouar would be a good solution. There are rumours of Tanguy Ndombele, but I'm not quite sure he's Bayern Munich level. So, maybe one of them too. Right, Aditya Mujumdar said next. Now that Conte has decided not to leave Inter, any chance they can break Juve's run of league titles? How many are there at the moment? It's like 9 or something.
9, I
or
think.
8, maybe. Conte's got the best out of Lukaku and Martinez in attack. Eriksson, Barella and Brozovic are great midfielders. The defence is going to improve in the signing of Hakimi. This really looks like a team to reckon with. Will they be able to make it big in the Champions League too? Like reaching the quarters of the semis? You would think so. You would think after what Conte did in that first season, why not? They finished 1 point behind Juve.
I mean, I think having a manager like that, who, and like, some of those players that you've mentioned, we've spoke about Lukaku before, but to be able to bring out the best in him, I don't know maybe what's gone on with Lukaku, but I mean, I think there was some discussion that maybe Inter have found out that something to do with his nutrition or something. I'm not saying that's why he's all of a sudden a better footballer, but maybe some of the issues and, the pressure from the media that he wasn't fit and all this stuff. Inter, however way they've done it, whether it is maybe Conte having a little word, putting an arm around him, making him feel more comfortable, having a manager that believes in him, to have achieved what he's achieved and got all of these great players to work together so well, I'm really excited to see this team. I hope, I couldn't say they're going to get to a semi-final because there are a lot of other great teams in the mix, especially if you think about City at the moment with this Messi situation. Obviously, Bayern, Dortmund, Chelsea, it's Liverpool. It's very exciting. But I think that they could definitely contend and do well. I know the Europa League isn't the same standard, but still they've proven it. They've got experienced players. The club as a whole are very experienced in these types of competitions. So I'm rooting for them, and I think in the league, I've got every faith that they can compete. I think it will be really good to see. I think we've said it before. It's like 1 point difference, wasn't it? So I'm confident that they can.
I think for Inter, they've got to bring in. They can bring in a few quality players, but I think it's who they're going to lose, which is more important. They hold on. It looks like they're going to hold on to Lautaro Martinez. I'm pretty certain that will happen. Yeah. Are they going to hold on to Skriniar as well in the defence? There's rumours that he'll be leaving. Are they going to be able to bring anybody else in? That's the question. If they open the checkbook, if there's the right player, I think Conte is definitely someone who needs the right player. But I think you would assume if they bring any players in, that they're going to get better. And if you're going one better than 1 point behind Juve and going better than runners-up in the Europa League, you would assume that they're going to have a good season next year for sure.
Definitely. Okay, so next question is from Ryan Yoel. Focusing away from the Messi, that's a pun obviously, the Messi drama,
Very nice. Very nice,
Nicely
Ryan.
done, Ryan. Where are the best destinations for his current out-of-favour teammates at Barca? Busquets, Alba, Suarez, Piqué. Where could they all go?
Whew. Funnily enough, I don't see many of them leaving.
I can't see Busquets leaving.
Busquets has said he is more than happy to take that role on the bench for the squad. I think as a one-club man, Busquets is Barcelona through and through. Yeah. I can't see him leaving at all, really, throughout his career. I think he's accepted. I think Koeman told him that Frenkie de Jong is going to be the main guy in that deep central midfield, and he knows that.
Yeah.
The same thing goes for Gerard Piqué. I think he will be happy to take a more reserved role as he goes on. As well with Piqué, he's very involved politically.
Yes.
With Barcelona as a club and with Catalonia as a state as well.
Yeah.
I can't see him leaving purely because he's so involved. He's got his fingers in many pies around Barcelona.
He wouldn't be going to another La Liga club.
He wouldn't go to another La Liga club, Piqué, and I don't think he'd move too far abroad because he's quite involved, as I say, politically on and off the pitch with the football club.
Yeah.
It doesn't quite make sense. So I think Busquets and Piqué will stay. Jordi Alba is obviously, Barca through and through. He was there as a youngster, went away to the 4th division, I believe, came up to Valencia, then back to Barca. Maybe leave to another La Liga team, potentially to the Middle East somewhere, to Qatar, like Xavi did.
Yeah.
With Luis Suarez, I think his options are slightly more open. There will definitely be teams interested in him as a striker in the Premier League. I think in the MLS as well.
He screams MLS to me.
Yeah, really? You think the MLS is
not necessarily his next move, but I could see him maybe going there eventually.
He's the one I can see leaving the most.
Yeah, definitely. There's been quite a lot of rumours already, hasn't there?
Yeah.
But like you say, no matter what you feel about him, maybe as a person, off the pitch, but on the pitch, he is very talented. Brilliant. He's going to get you a massive chunk of your goals. He can work alongside, a different array of players as we've seen him do over the years. There's nothing really to dislike about him on the pitch, apart from the biting.
Apart from the biting. No, I think he'll go. The others will probably stay. They've got some good loyalty, Barcelona. Right, next up, Suraj Gopinath said, do you think Rodrigo from Valencia has taken a step back, joining Leeds in his career, as he could have waited and joined a bigger club and not a club that has recently got promotion into the Premier League?
I can see why people think this. On paper, you look at Leeds, I think especially because Leeds have been away for so long, I think people have forgot how amazing they were back in the day. I can see why people are maybe looking at it a bit sideways, but I think what Leeds United are building, I think it's very exciting. And I can see maybe the appeal of, if he is at Valencia, he's looking for a new challenge. That's a great challenge because you're playing in the Premier League. You have got the challenge of working alongside, the manager and the other players to finish strong. They'll probably be trying to emulate, a bit of, maybe not Burnley because they dropped back down, but down the table. But, like a Wolves situation, or even how Sheffield United did, of proving that these teams that come up can compete and be in that top half of the table. I probably saw him going to... It's not about him going to the Premier League. I maybe saw him going to a different team. I don't know why I had Everton in my head for some reason, but that kind of team maybe. Yeah. But I don't know, because I guess when you look at it, Valencia are still a very good club. So
Valencia are very good, but they've got younger players. I'm not sure. It sounded when Suraj, who asked the question, said he could have waited and joined a bigger club. He's 29. Rodrigo's going to be 30 by the end of this season.
You wanted him as well.
And yeah, exactly. And I think, first off, at Valencia, they've got Maxi Gomez. They've got a lot of players they need to sell, but they've got younger strikers, right? Yeah. Secondly, he was linked with Atletico Madrid, with Barcelona, with Real Madrid in the last 2 seasons or so. Never happened for him. That boat sailed. He stayed at Valencia. It didn't quite happen. So now that those big teams aren't in for him anymore, that Valencia need to sell and he wants a new challenge, I think it makes sense. I think I can see where you're coming from, that joining a newly promoted team is a bit odd. But like you said, given the history of Leeds, the squad that they're building,
trying to achieve,
and the money that they've now got from the Premier League, I feel like they are, if any of the promoted clubs, the one in the best position to do a Wolves or do a Sheffield United. And, you know, to actually say, you know what, we're going to come and attack the Premier League. We're not just going to go for survival. We've seen through the blueprint of Wolves and Sheffield United that it can be achievable to come up and then take a step further. Yeah. So I think it makes sense. I mean, I don't know what he's waiting for if he wants to join a bigger club. As I said, he's going to be 30 in March, I believe. So, yeah, he's a little bit older than you think.
Yeah, if people weren't looking for it, if people weren't inquiring about him.
You don't know what he had, what options he had.
Exactly. I mean, if you had Leeds, like you say, Leeds is, although they've just come up, it's still a very big team, very good team. And definitely, like you say, I can see them, if not this season, maybe in the next season or next 3 seasons, you know, being in Europa League, etc. So, yeah. Okay, so final question is from Gian's Galanos. Sorry, so that's wrong. I think that Tonali to Juve is happening and it will be great for his career. Being named the next Pirlo, he will have the chance to play under the real Pirlo and therefore learn from the best. He will also be guaranteed Champions League football and domestic trophies every year. The cherry on top, Brescia were relegated and he'll be available for just around 30 million. What do you think about that?
He's pretty much explained everything about that. Yeah. Brescia were relegated. He is available for around 30 million euros. He is named the next Pirlo. Of course, he'll be able to work under Pirlo at Juventus. I just really hope that he gets the game time, and it looks like he will. I think with Juventus building a new sort of young midfield, certainly with Arthur coming in, then if you add Tonali into the mix, they're about to sign. They may have signed once it's come out Weston McKennie from Schalke, which is a bit of an odd one. They're getting rid of the older players like Khedira, like Matuidi, like Pjanic. And yeah, I think Bentancur's in there still as well. They're building a kind of younger midfield, and as long as he gets the minutes, he can definitely progress. I think it's a really big move for him. It's fantastic, and you'd expect him to learn from Pirlo and become, you know...
It's a nice story, isn't it?
It is a very nice story. Become a good midfielder. Also, by the way, this is really random. I had a guy comment a few times recently saying that I was saying Andrea Pirlo's name wrong. I don't know how to say it.
I mean, we're not Italian, so...
Someone please explain. For my whole life, I mean, obviously I've been listening to English media.
Phonetically, maybe, in next week's Q&A on the tab.
Someone said you're saying it wrong, and I said, how else do you say it apart from Pirlo? Pirlo? Yes. Maybe?
Someone spell it phonetically for us, because...
Am I not rolling the R enough? Pirlo?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Pirlo? I have no idea. Anyway, someone said I was saying it wrong. But yes, Tonali, I think that's how you pronounce it, will be a great signing, I have no doubt. And I think as well, coming in for not a ridiculous transfer fee, he can kind of go under the radar a little bit. And maybe not too much is expected of him. He's staying in the same league. Yeah, it seems like a no-brainer, really. All the FIFA and Football Manager players out there will know about Sandro Tonali being fantastic. Amazing. Right, that is all though from myself and Angelina for this week. Thank you so much as always for all of your questions in Wednesday night's community tab on YouTube. That is where you can find our posts asking you for all of your questions for Friday's Q&A. That is all. Make sure you smash the like button and check out everything else we've got going on OneFootball. But until next time, for myself and Angelina, we will see you guys later.